Hey, what's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of my New England Patriots franchise mode series right here on Madden 20. And today, we continue onward with our second season, the Case Keenum era. God, I hope that's not actually a thing, but it's off to a decent start with a 3-3 record. We had won 3 straight games after going 0-2 before falling in the last game to the Niners in somewhat frustrating fashion. But we are back today. We start things off against Jacksonville. Now, quickly, we are just about done scouting out wide receivers. O'Neal and Jameson were the last two, so that'll change things over, or now we'll change things over to scouting out defense, also known as scoring. Fun fact! Oh, God, this is going to be a great episode, isn't it? So let's take a look here. D-line. Kevin Brooks is where we'll start things off. We will continue to pretty much only scout players that are projected to be drafted. In the meantime, we'll hopefully find some late steals in the later stages of the drafting process. But for now, let's see what we have in terms of left ends. Oh, God. It's not looking too great here, is it? It could be worse, but it could be better. That's for sure. Oh, God, at least we got to use all of our points, but that was not a great start. Again, re-sign-wise, we'll see what happens as we continue onward. So for now, we head down to Jacksonville to play the 1-5 Jags. Off to a pretty damn poor start. What a Sunday primetime thing. What a Sunday primetime game this is. 3-3 against 1-5. An absolute barn burner, I tell you. Damn. So this should be very interesting. A win here, get us back on the right track. We're still atop the AFC East, and of course that is the goal, to stay there. And ultimately, you'd like to think we could compete still for a title this year with Case Keenum at quarterback. It's a bit sketchy, but hopefully, again, we see that we are very much in a spot to compete, and thankfully we do get a touchdown in the opening drive. Much like we talked about in the last episode, if this team had continued to struggle following the 0-2 start, this would be about time of year where we might have been contemplating getting rid of a lot of our veterans, but they are going to go down with the ship, or at least that is the plan. We're going to try to keep this team as competitive for as long as possible, and hopefully there's a smooth transition through next season where, a lot of our a lot of the older guys are replaced by younger guys that we pick up in the draft or in the offseason. We had a very successful offseason last postseason, of course, or offseason. My God, I am just firing on all cylinders right now. You get the point, though, the Miles Jack edition and others. And obviously, we don't need to jump into this game. It is a fairly straightforward and dominant performance, 49-24 over the Jags to start things off. We're not going to jump in if we don't have to. Maybe you guys should have kept Miles Jack. Pay that man his money. Case Keenum, 435 yards, 5 touchdowns. Maybe he is good enough. Good Lord. Case Keenum, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, maybe it's just because he's picking apart somewhat subpar defenses. I don't know. The running game was on point. But, I mean, Julian Edelman, again, just absolutely feasting. The Hooper-Cooper combo still working out pretty damn well. Win still a little bit of a problem this season for us when it comes to the O-line. But all in all, I mean, Hightower and Bennett had great games. Patrick Chung with an interception. Gostkowski was never called upon. That is as straightforward of a victory. Don't show me Tom Brady when he retired. That's heartbreaking. As straightforward of a victory as we could have hoped for, and a shitload of upgrade points in the aftermath. So that'll get Devondre Campbell up to an 81. And the goal for this episode is to make as much progress as possible. So if there's no controversy and we're just breezing through, then yeah, why recap? Just go for it. On to the next one, as the great Bill Belichick would say, in a lot fewer words than that, let's be honest. Chung up to an 80. Joe Juan up to a 73. Big fan of the fro he's got going on. William Russell, our punter, he'll be up to a 68 at the very least. Big fan of the hair as well. +2 in awareness, huh? And Kajuste. I think that's how you pronounce it. I gotta be honest. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard it pronounced a couple of different ways. As you can imagine, a bunch of people with New England accents trying to pronounce that name correctly. The truth lies somewhere in between the 17,000 different attempts, as Keenum was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week, as you would expect after a performance like that. So we have another upgrader to N'Keal Harry. I always say Henry accidentally. I'm sorry. You'd think there's a lot of Henrys in the NFL, man. I'm sorry. He plays for the Patriots. You need to get it right. I know. Sorry. It's just instinct to say Henry over Harry in an NFL context. I apologize, okay? Now, if I start calling Derrick Henry Derrick Harry, then yeah, rip me to shreds, because I deserve to be for that, at least. As we get ready to host the 2-5 Steelers. Let's see what we have here back in terms of left ends. I gotta be honest, for those of you that are following the FIFA series as well, I'm recording this after recording the FIFA episode, and a lot of things went wrong technically in that episode, as in the game mode basically broke. Oh god, the menu lag there. The game mode basically broke, so I'm a bit on edge right now, like expecting things to go wrong. I'm also a little bit aggravated that a game mode basically broke on me, so yeah, that's why it's going to be a bit of a weird one. We'll just go ahead and do that. That works for me. Kai Riddick and Frank Sherman. Jesus. Those could be two decent pickups. I fully expect their projection to change, or their talent. So let's do this. Back home, hosting the Steelers, who we lost to in the season opener last year, from Sunday primetime to Monday primetime. Only a 4 overall point edge on Pittsburgh at this stage. But if Case Keenum can have another performance like that, then my God, are we good to go? I mean, I should check. I should have checked now, but I really should check after this game to see where he is in terms of total yardage and total touchdowns on the season, because you'd have to think with the... he's already had 2 5-touchdown games this season. I'm sure he's up there. He's had a great year, and I'm not all that surprised that he has. I mean, the O-line is strong. He has plenty of offensive weapons. So to see him doing as well as he has been, I mean, he is set up for success as much as he could be. You think of Tom Brady with this offense, that's guaranteed MVP candidate right there. So hopefully Keenum can continue to do well, although the Pittsburgh defense giving him a bit of trouble. We do have the 13-10 lead, though, at the half. We'll see what happens here in the beginning of the third. 20-10 now. Make that 27-10. A couple of turnovers from Pittsburgh. Just absolutely killed them. Although a touchdown there makes it a 10-point game with 13 minutes left. But odds are we're looking okay. It was a 4-yard touchdown pass to Des Bryant. As the offense stalls out there. Pittsburgh scores here. This game isn't over. And there's an interception. Devondre Campbell with the pick. Can we take advantage of it offensively? We can't. At the very least, the clock's still ticking. Under 9.5 minutes left. Pittsburgh fails to capitalize as well. Both defenses doing well despite the point totals allowed. Another 3-and-out for us. Rey Mysterio approved. 6:19 remaining. But odds are this one's over. That is a failure to convert on 4th down. Under 4 minutes left. We're up by 10. This one is over indeed. So 27-17 your final. Another pretty straightforward game. No real controversy. No reason to really slow down the sim. We just go ahead and march forward to victory and begin this episode on a 2-0 run. I want to see who the player of the game is going to be. It might not show me. It's not going to show me. But there you see, I mean, we outscored them 14-7 in that second half. So, well done overall. Let's take a look at some stats here for the game, shall we? Keenum, 2 touchdowns in the game. No interceptions compared to the 3 from Roethlisberger. So, another solid effort from the 8-year pro Case Keenum. He's done one hell of a job. Rushing-wise, it was okay. The touchdown from Michelle. Hooper and Edelman touchdowns as well. Austin Hooper has been great. I know what you guys are saying, though. Okay, why sign both of them? Because we had the money to. And having Eric Ebron there is not too bad. So, I mean, signing... We could have gone with another wide receiver, right? But instead we have Hooper and Ebron. That was pretty much the way to look at it. You might as well look at Hooper as a wide receiver at this point. The O-line, Tooney and Mason with sacks allowed. Defensively, McCourty and Lawrence Guy had strong games. Big-time performance from Lawrence Guy. in that game there. Monday night prime time. Patrick Chung with 2 picks. What an effort. My God. As long as he doesn't get suspended for someone breaking into his house, which is basically what happened. I still can't believe that. Any upgrades? No upgrades in the aftermath, but we move to 5-3 on the season as we host the Chiefs in Week 9 before our bye week in Week 10. Currently 2 games ahead of both the Jets and the Bills. The Dolphins trailing behind with a 1-6 record. Weekly, it has to be Chung, and it is 4 tackles and 2 picks for Chung. He leads the way. We do have upgrades before we play the 7-0 Chiefs, who robbed Brady of a title on the way out. Now we have a chance to end their perfect season. Ain't nobody putting up a perfect season with the Patriots being involved. No, I refuse. We will beat the Chiefs, damn it. But before we do that, let's take a look at the other right end options. Mitch Collins, Jesus. Sweet Jesus. And then for defensive tackles, oh my God. Yeah, there's going to be some D-line talent that goes quite early in the draft from the looks of it. That's a fair assessment, I would say. So we still really don't have much to look at here aside from just jumping into the next game. Keenum is first in yards, third in touchdowns. Sounds about right. We have the best offense in the league right now, just under 2,300 yards on the year. How does he compare around the league? So, I mean, yeah, Newton, and Trubisky, the only 3 over 2,000 yards. And you have Mahomes at 22-3, Newton at 21-7, and then Keenum at 20-5, Jacoby Brissett at 20-3. Of course, most known for being the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts, as Andrew Luck retired yesterday, almost out of nowhere. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's do this. If Case Keenum can lead us to a victory over the Chiefs, then I think it could be a pretty damn good year for us. I'm just going to say that now. Not to jinx us or anything, but yeah, a win here, I think it could be a pretty damn good year for us, I would say. Here's hoping, though. Here's hoping. Let's do this. Can we beat Kansas City and get a little bit of revenge? Let's see what happens. Through the first quarter we go. Early lead for Kansas City, 10-0 through 15 minutes of play. Second quarter, can we get back into it? Not quite. Big defensive battle, a scoreless second. We go to the third, a shutout for the Chiefs defense in that first quarter, or that first half. They're up 17-0. We're on the verge of scoring here, and we do. It's 17-7. 14.5 minutes remaining. Can the defense get a crucial stop? They do. Can the offense complete a crucial drive here? Yes, they can. And just like that, we're back in this game. 3-point difference with 10 minutes remaining. Sony Michel with the touchdown there. The Chiefs, though, march down the field to take the lead. God, do I jump in? I'm doing it for Tom. I'm doing it for Tom. Like I said, I didn't plan on jumping in as much, if at all. But damn it, this is for Tom. And this is to ruin their perfect season. I am 100% justified, damn it. Oh God, I'm not really liking the looks of this. Gotta be honest. You know what? I think we'll be okay here. I think we'll be okay. Dip it off to James White. Oh my God. He was gonna keep going. That was crazy. He just kept rolling off the defenders. Keenum up to 240 yards on the day. We'll see what we can do here. They're sending 4 with linebackers. We should be okay here, actually. Dip it off again. James White can't break that tackle. Left-hand side folded pretty quickly. There's a pickup of 1. We want to make sure, though, too, as much as we want to score to tie this game, that we don't completely crumble. Yeah, they're dropping a guy back in coverage. That's what I thought. Let's go with the stick here. Let's go for a little minor pickup. Thank you. Nothing too crazy, but it will set up a really big 3rd and 5 here, where we'll be looking for Cooper over the middle. Absolutely. Cooper, Edelman, Harry out on the right. Easy throw over the middle. Perfectly done. Easy first down as we move into Chiefs territory with 3:20 left. First game of the season of the episode, where we've had a little bit of controversy, I would say. And let's get Hooper. Let's get Hooper over the middle just in case, because I want to send Edelman on a bit more of a slant. See what we're dealing with here. Edelman, great throw from Case Keenum as we move all the way up to the 22. That was perfect from Keenum. Absolutely tremendous. He might just be able to do the job for us. They keep threatening to send 5. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They keep threatening pressure, and it scares me. Bullet into the middle. Hold on to that. Thank you very much, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. We're up to the 13. Of course, not all of my heroic efforts have been successful. We have lost games, including one in the last episode. But hopefully we can finish the job here, and if we do, we'll leave it up to the defense to ultimately seal the deal. As long as that guy next to Edelman isn't blitzing, we should be okay. And he did a great job plugging that gap. What do we get to? 3rd and 1. The RPO here is probably the answer. We're going to look for Harry on the outside, I'd say. Let's see what that guy does. Oh, yeah, look for Harry. Boom. Oh, we played it so well. Is that a first? We did get the yard. I think we're short. 4th and inches. He did so well to get over. He cut into the middle at first. Oh, shit. This is rough. He did so well. And then it fell apart. I want Edelman over the middle. Here we go. Julian. Bam, we're still in it. We're still in it, trying to leave them with no time to ultimately come back in this one. I don't know if we'll be able to hit Harry on that screen. We might get it. I thought it was going to be picked. Harry. I got so nervous. We only got a yard out of that. I genuinely thought that was going to be intercepted. We're going to have to start calling timeouts from here. 20 seconds or so left. Let's get James White on the block. Here we go. Edelman. Touchdown Patriots with 15 seconds left. I wasn't sure if he made it across. Picture perfect from Case Keenum. The offense holds up, or the offensive line holds up in tremendous fashion. And as long as I don't botch a point after, we are going to take the lead with 15 seconds remaining. A picture perfect drive to kill 5 minutes off the clock. And now we see if the AI can hold on. If they botch it, so be it. But my God, will I be depressed if they do. We handled that about as perfectly as you possibly could have in terms of clock management. Here comes the return. Clock's ticking, and he stopped at the 24. Huge play there. 12 seconds left. The AI, typically terrible at clock management. It's going to take a long bomb from Mahomes to hopefully have them win this one. Or at least they're hoping, I'm sure. Obviously, I'm not. Here's the bomb from Mahomes. Knocked down with 5 seconds left. And you don't need to show Harrison Butker. There's not a chance in hell of him making it out onto that field. This is it. The Chiefs' perfect season comes down to this. One more play from their own 24. How far can Mahomes throw that ball? He's running out of time. He finally guns it. It's going to land at about the 20. And it hits the turf. The Patriots have ended the Chiefs' perfect season. We get a little bit of revenge. Not a ton for them ultimately stopping Brady's last chance. But a little bit of a measure of revenge. And I gotta be honest, probably a little bit embarrassing. You beat Brady, but you lose to Case Keenum? Then again, maybe it's time to start respecting Case Keenum, because he is leading this Patriots team to victory. He was tremendous for us on that last drive. Very, very impressed with how he's played, despite the fact that, again, that week 1 game, we benched him. He was awful. But since then, he has stepped up in such a huge way. The running game wasn't great, nor did we go to it that often, but a great game for Harry. Touchdowns for Hooper and Edelman again. And then sacks allowed, only one by Isaiah Wynn in terms of linemen. Miles Jack and Donta Hightower, great games. Bennett, and just in general, the defense had a pretty damn strong game. The interception for Campbell. Gostkowski, again, never called upon. That was a fairly impressive win. Shut out for 3 quarters, but we outscore them and put up the 21 points on the board that we needed in that fourth. And we ultimately walk away with the victory. We move to 3-0 in today's episode. Very successful thus far as Isaiah Wynn improves despite allowing quite a few sacks. But hey, he's up to a 77 overall, which is pretty damn good, I have to say. So next up is the bye week before we take on all of the divisional rivals. But that'll pretty much be our opportunity to get the separation we need to seal the deal for the division title for this season. So we go back to the DTs. Let's see, we got a lot of guys projected to be undrafted. That's what we have. That is what we have. All right, Wooten and Broyles both looking like they could be all right. Morgan and Kyle dropped off a little bit, but they're both going to be great. Let's go see if we can find ourselves a linebacker scout. 82 overall team at this point. Kevin Brooks, thank you for your service. And we got Vernon Hudson as our linebacker scout. Let's see what we can do here. Still got 84 points left. And again, we should have plenty of time to scout the secondary before we get anywhere close to the draft. Alan Silas, looking like he could be pretty damn good. He is going to be pretty damn good. God damn, between the tackle and pursuit, that is crazy. If only... Oh, then again, you know, in terms of attributes, that's about as good as you could hope for. There really isn't anything else I'd want to be up there. As we do get upgrades, we take on the 4 and 5 Bills. It's the first of 4 straight matchups against our division rivals, including our first of 2 against the Bills. We start this run against them and end this run against them as Christian Sam goes up to a 66 overall. Let's see what we're dealing with here in terms of other linebackers. That's a massive, massive quality drop-off. Didn't mean to scout him. I mented. Myron Cherry. Wanted to scout. I was going to say meant and wanted, and it came out mented. So, you know, English is the first language after all, can't you tell? Middle linebackers. Jesus Christmas, the linebacker talent right now. Are you kidding me? My God. Yeah, this is I think we made the right choice to scout out offensive players last season and then to focus on defensive players this year. This game has been very, very kind to us thus far in terms of the players that are ultimately available. So quite happy with that. Very happy with that. We shall see. We shall see, though, if I am as happy in a few moments as I am right now. A loss to the Bills would certainly hurt my pride, much like a loss to the Jets did last year. So let's see what we can do. Our first of 4 consecutive chances to really get some separation on the rest of the division here as Buffalo starts off with a touchdown. We're able to match it. It'll be 7-all through the first quarter. Let's go to the half. 10-7 Buffalo. Make that 14-10 New England. Buffalo on the verge of scoring. 17-14. And a late field goal ties it. So 17-all at the half in a very crucial game for the Bills. We start off with a touchdown. 14-17. 27-17. Again, separation in the second half. We have the lead. Buffalo back in it after a field goal. But a late drive that took down a lot of time. N'Keal Harry with the touchdown. 34-20. This game should pretty much be over with 4.5 minutes left. It'll take a very quick touchdown from Buffalo that they ultimately don't get. Minute 45 left. We take over. This game is over. A dominant second half performance yet again leads us to victory. This time over the Bills. We stay undefeated. Case Keenum does it again. He does throw an interception in this game, but 28 of 40, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Sony Michel had a monster game, which would explain us being able to wind down the clock as well as we did. Edelman, Hooper, and Cooper leading the way. Eric Ebron, not a single reception in that game. Blocking-wise, only 1 sack allowed, that by Shaq Mason. Defensively, J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore, each had pretty damn solid games. Not that many tackles for loss, 2 sacks in the game, no interceptions. And Gostkowski, 2 for 2 on the rare occasion that he was called upon. So a 14-point victory in Buffalo. We are cruising right now at the midway point of the season as Winovich has improved. Will make him better as a run stopper. He's up to a 71 overall. Not bad for the now 24-year-old. Of course, I'm kind of hoping for a breakout moment for him. He hasn't been the starter for much of this season. I was really hoping he'd break out last year, and with him not doing that, well, this season it became more about just playing the best people available. As, again, we are up to 7-3. We take on the 5-4-1 Jets as Miles Jack improves. Make him better as a field general. He'll stay at an 84 overall, but he's that much closer to being a well-rounded scheme fit, plus 4 block shedding. Colin Spitzer, our backup quarterback, up to a 64. Of course, we gave him the opportunity early on, but Case Keenum just decided, no, this is mine. Thank you. This is my job. And he was right to make that statement, although I have to wonder if Spitzer would have had a breakout moment this year. Then again, for quarterbacks, as far as how consistent that is, it's not very. Actually, I don't even know if I've seen a breakout moment for a quarterback this year. I feel like I did in one of the Twitch runs, but we've done a lot of different challenges on Twitch already. So, and we've been grinding Madden on Twitch for the past month, essentially. That's the main game that carries me over to the beginning. Oh my God. To the beginning of NHL 20. There is some ridiculous linebacker depth in this draft. So what do we have ahead of us? We're at 7-3. A win against the Jets here pretty much all but seals another division title for us. Sunday prime time. Let's see what we can do against Le'Veon Bell and the New York Jets. Just like I said, pretty much one win away from sealing the deal. We could afford to have some struggles that could ultimately cost us home field in the playoffs, but wouldn't necessarily cost us a division title. We are just continuing to roll right now behind Case Keenum and a dominant offense. We host the Jets a rainy night in Foxborough. Let's see what we do here. The Jets have an early 10-0 lead. They shut us out in the first quarter. Second quarter, can we get back into it? Not really. 17-0, now 17-7. 20-7, 23-7 for the Jets at the half. We need a strong effort here in the second quarter, or the second half again. It's now 30-15. We're at the 4, on the verge of scoring, and we do. So it's an 8-point game, 30-22, with basically the entire fourth quarter remaining. Let's see what the Jets can do. The answer is nothing. A good chance here to get back in this game. And we stall out. Just over 10 minutes left. A touchdown here would be a backbreaker. And they fail. And you know what? Fuck the Jets. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Because I want to see if what we did with Case Keenum was a little bit fluky. As they're threatening to run 4. But boy, do they have... You know what, I'm going to trust the line here. I shouldn't have trusted the line. Edelman didn't do a very good job of blocking there. But I was a little bit afraid of the pressure. So 2nd and 9. Threatening to bring in 4. A lot of linebackers. They still have too many corner options that I would prefer. I really want to try to get the run set up here. Oh, James, not able. Who's that, Mosley? Yeah, it was Mosley again. He's everywhere. He is everywhere, stopping the game plan. And a potential threat of running 5. Not very nice. Not very nice. Let's get James White. Right bumper, please. Thank you. Let's get James White on that wheel route. Cutback for Edelman. Makes the play. Should be a first down. Easy enough. Keenum struggling a bit. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. The Jets defense putting up one hell of a fight here. I'm sure they know how important this is to their season. Speaking of importance to our game, here's James White doing well. And he did on that attempt at the 29 yards on 9 carries. It's kind of weird how just sometimes, the AI just goes off in terms of running. Yeah, I'm good with this. Edelman over the middle. Keenum misses the throw. Frustratingly enough, it seems to happen oh so often where it's just the easy throws that are missed. Let's see what we can do here. Hooper slips, and because of that, he didn't get rid of it. I hit A to throw the ball, but Hooper was still recovering from getting off the goddamn ground. Just about everything that could have gone wrong for us on that drive did. We have a guy slip in the rain. Keenum misses a wide open throw. The Jets, though, are forced to punt again, so we have 3:25 left and a second chance to march down the field. We would need a 2-point conversion, though, to pull this off. Good block there by Mason. James White nearly slips through. That might be a face mask? I'm not sure. Indeed it is. Face mask penalties are still out of control. Don't let the patch notes fool you. That's a good help to us. We're up to the 46. I still don't like how many options they have available from the secondary. We're going to run it with James White again. Mason was awful. Just awful. I got to be honest, I talked about this on Twitch a lot too. I feel like the game isn't as good as it was before the patch. I know that's a common opinion, but I genuinely feel like that's the case. Especially in terms of blocking. I don't know why. I feel like I botched it. Yep. I saw the pressure coming. I thought I had a guy open and Mosley stood right there. Damn it. I can't blame anybody for that. I just misread that play. I saw the pressure coming and that was that. I don't know what it is about the Jets, man. Right there with Mosley, I thought he was going to not stick with him. Because that's not man coverage, that's zone coverage, but he played man zone spy, as we love to call it, where the AI just plays all three at once. Man, zone and QB spy at the same time. We were also about to get sacked. Keenum got hit the second after he threw the ball. We had nobody open. So, that sucks. Let's see if we can get it back. But case in point on the previous drive, and, well, I guess for a moment, too, with that actual drive, I just feel like the AI is a bit weaker. I felt like the line blocking, that should be intentional grounding. He wasn't out of the pocket. Oh, then I guess not out of bounds. Anyway, to finish that point, I think you get the point. I thought that the O-line was a little bit better at blocking earlier on in the game before that first patch. Apparently not. Okay, well, that's just about the game. And if they hit again, we got to stop them here, and if they hit a field goal, we're screwed. So, I think I just threw away my chance at winning this game, more than likely. It really sucks, but the O-line's crumbling to a Jets defense, which is laughable. Sorry, Jets fans, but I mean, it's a little bit laughable. We'll look at what their defense actually looks like at the end of this game and see if my critique is on point. You go nowhere, we call timeout. Yeah, if they hit this field goal, we're screwed. So hopefully, sweet justice would be, their quarterback missing a wide open throw and one of their receivers slipping in the rain. That'd be cool, right? That'd make this fair and even. I don't think it's going to happen, but, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Please sit down. Okay, cool. I like how he's protecting the ball, but also managed to stiff arm at the same time. The way they always make the AI more difficult to play against, where essentially they do stuff you can't do, rather than actually making them smarter. That's the way difficulty works in every sports game, though. Just make the AI more cheap instead of actually more intelligent and difficult to play against. If they hit this field goal, we're screwed. If they hit this field goal, we are screwed. But if there's sweet justice, their kicker will slip. He won't. This is practically a fucking chip shot by today's NFL standards, so this one is over. He missed. We have life. We have no timeouts, but we have life. Case Keenum, what can you do? Let's find out. We can afford to throw it over the middle if need be. Hits James White underneath. Step out of bounds, stop that clock. Good first to pick up on that first play. Solid check down. At the very least, I didn't ruin Keenum's current setup. God. Okay, here we go. Just gonna go for the RPO. It didn't work out that well. It didn't work out as well as I want. That was a really dangerous move. We're gonna go with Verts. Let's go with... Oh my god, please. Okay, maybe not. Alright, I was gonna have an option go underneath. We have that again. This is turning into a nightmare because nobody's open. And of course the clock is still ticking. Snap it, snap it. Bubble screen. Perfect. Caught him looking. There we go. Damn it. Didn't get as far out of that as I wanted, but the second I switched that play and they went to adjust, I knew we had a good pickup. It wasn't as good as I was hoping, though. We're to the 32. It's got to be Edelman, White, or Hooper here on that outside corner. And the answer is going to be James White. This game sucks. This game is hot garbage sometimes. Wow. Okay. I'm glad White never tried to adjust to that. That would have been a nice, clean pickup. Now I can almost guarantee no one's going to be open downfield here, so this is going to be fun. In comparison, attaboy Edelman, but he didn't stop the clock. Did he? No, he did. He did. All right, we're up to the 11. Clock is stopped. We still need something here, though. If we get a good block from Harry, this game's over. If we get a good block from Harry, it's over, but we didn't get the block. Edelman gets up to the 3. A little bit of a better block from Harry. That one was over. Snap it, snap it. Throw out again. Oh, my God. All right. Well, get to the line. Down that shit, and we got one play. I cannot believe it didn't let Keenum throw that. It's a cross-body throw. It's not like he's a lefty. But, alrighty, whatever you say. We are honestly going to look for the same damn thing and hope that Cooper gets the block. Here we go. And there it is. God, I love that play. Love that play in a red zone situation. But we need a 2-point conversion to survive this, and we are pretty much going to go with the same damn play. Although the double, God. Let's go with the old double bubble. Oh, this could work out perfectly for Ebron. Perfectly. Eric Ebron! Tie game! Oh, the end zone RPOs are tremendous. We tie it with 1 second left. A miraculous comeback against the Jets to have a chance to still stay undefeated in this episode. If we can seal the deal here, all it's going to take is one stop. They are going to run. They don't want to risk it. I don't blame them. Odds are we are going to overtime. And down goes Bell. That'll do it. We go to OT in the rain against New York, outscoring them 15-0 in that fourth quarter. And let's see who gets the ball here first. The answer is us, shockingly. We will absolutely receive the ball. And let's see if we can end this game. Of course, the field goal is going to be a little bit more difficult, but I don't plan to win with a field goal. I just outright plan to win. Let's do this. Let's do this. I said I wouldn't play as much, but hey, we're keeping a good run alive. I love that touchdown. And let's do this. Overtime against the Jets. Some good usage of the RPOs helped us out there. And, ooh, that's a risk. I don't like this at all. Can I go into the gun? Thank you. Back into the gun, if you don't mind. I don't like the threat of you blitzing. Thank you very much. I knew that was a massive risk. I can't believe 56 didn't put his arms up. Whew, that was my only real option on that play, and that was scary as hell. Speaking of scary as hell, Sony Michel running right at you. Gets a pickup of 4. So we dodged the bullet. If that was a bad throw from Keenum, that was bad news. I don't like this. Do we have an RPO option we can option out too? We do not. Let's go for the slants. See what we got. Quick throw to Hooper. Not the best blocking there. Granted, he wasn't assigned to block, but it also wasn't the best catch in the world. Puts us into a little bit of trouble. There we go. Hooper. I can't believe he just made that play. That's a bullet pass, too. We're going for it. I know it's a risk. I did not want to punt. Calling a timeout there. We're going for it. This is a huge risk, but I can't believe that defender was able to make up that much ground. We are absolutely going for this. Oh my god, EA, please, I'm hitting down. Thank you. I want that RPO option there. Just in case. Just in case. Now, with that many people over there, it's not going to work. Which is why we're going to option out to Verts. Hooper's going to block. Ebron's going to go over the middle. Edelman's going to option out. And James White is also going to block. This could be the game right here. Caught by Ebron. We get the first down. Huge fourth down conversion. Risky as hell, but I'll take it. I will take it. Let's see if we can get the old run game going here. I highly doubt it. God, I can't option out of the single back. We're just going to have to go for this more than likely. Unless... Yeah, let's see if we can get this, man. I still really don't like the looks of this. Sony. Did okay to get back to the line. That could have been a hell of a lot worse. Still not the play I wanted, and they are still threatening to throw a lot of trouble our way. Let's get Hooper. I don't want him on the delay. The release, just the releases have been broken for me since this game came out. Gigantic risk, and Edelman can't come up with it. I was going to go for the short play over the middle. I thought Edelman had it. Oh, God. This might work, it might not. James White, perfect blocking on the screen. James White up to the 26. Another huge conversion. Oh, thank God. Keenum hitting throws when I need him to, aside from that one time. I don't like the amount of people they have in the secondary, but it's only going to be a four-man rush tops. Let's do this. James White. A little bit of a weird set of animations, but a pickup of 4. We continue to charge down here. Threatening at least 4. 2 safeties on the play. Don't like this, but we're going to go for it. White. Not as much as I was hoping for. A pickup of 2. Another big third down situation, but when in doubt, we go to the RPO. I don't like the amount of people they have over there. I'll go for the slant play here. That guy blitzes. Hooper's wide open. Hooper. Austin Hooper wins it for the Patriots in overtime. We complete the comeback and save the day. Adam Gase, be careful, your eyeballs might pop out of your head. So close, yet so far. A clutch 2-point conversion, a victory in the books in overtime after a very risky fourth down conversion. The bottom line is, don't like me jumping up and winning that game, or jumping in and winning that game. Tell the Jets kicker to not miss that field goal, because that win wouldn't have happened if he hit what, again, by today's NFL standards, is almost a goddamn chip shot. So we go undefeated today. Keenum 31 and 40 of 49, 393 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. White and Michelle both did okay. Edelman, Harry, and Hooper, all the strong efforts. Eric Ebron, the 3 receptions, none bigger though than the one that won't count on the 2-point conversion. The 2-point conversion catches count. I genuinely don't know. Devondre Campbell, solid game. Numerous tackles for loss, but only 2 sacks on the day. No interceptions, but a victory in the books for the Patriots. A tremendous run of success. And we cap things off with a shitload of upgrade points. Sony Michel is going to make it up to an 86 overall. Very, very good. Obviously, the decision of whether or not we're bringing back James White, I don't know the answer to that yet. Jawan Bentley, how old are you? You're in your mid-20s, right? 24. Cool. Make you better as a field general. Still goes up to a 76 and is that much closer to a scheme fit. So good stuff. Dietrich Wise Jr. Just make you better as a power rusher. He's up to a 73 overall. Ryan Izzo. We'll make you better as a possession option. He's up to a 71. Again, didn't want him as the secondary option at tight end because I knew he was blocking first. But this season, if he can continue, it's going to be tough with the lack of time that he has. But if he can continue to kind of take steps forward, we'll see whether or not he's a good enough secondary option. He's kind of the ideal third option at tight end. And Froholtz up to a 64. Not too shabby for the secondary option on the O-line. So that will do it for today. A perfect 5-0, up to 8-3 on the season. We will finish up this season, the regular season at least, in the next episode. We have 2 games against the Dolphins, 1 more game against the Bills. We also play the Cards and the Rams in prime time. Pat Bost has improved. He's up to a 63. And we'll see what the other guy ends up going up to. Bost, the 21-year-old rookie. Anthony Wint is up to a 63. Very, very good for the 24-year-old. But again, as far as the success in this episode, pretty damn good. We're now 3 games clear. Pretty much, I mean, it is our div title to lose, as we are one of 4 teams tied at an 8-3 record. The Chiefs stand alone at the top with a 9-2 record on the season. But points for, second best offense in the league, 1 touchdown fewer than the Panthers. Our defense has been somewhere in between, slightly towards the bottom. I think we were in the 250s. And overall, I mean, Case Keenum has gotten the job done this season. 3,300 yards, 29 touchdowns, 9 picks. He's done well. Not quite Brady levels that won Tom the MVP last season, but he's good enough to oversee this team making it to the playoffs. Whether or not he's good enough to see this team or help this team win in the postseason, though, well, that remains to be seen. But we will find out the answer to that sooner rather than later. Again, we have 1 more episode to go before we are back in the playoff picture. That guy was very disappointing for how well he started off. And that is perfect. I know I had to scout 2 of the guys out, but I just didn't want to change the scout yet because it wouldn't have made sense. I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know the deal. YouTube stuff. Leave a like on the video. All that fun stuff. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.